It's 3 a.m. The world outside is silent, but your mind is wide awake, replaying every awkward moment from the day. You dissect every word, trapped in a mental loop you can't escape. Thoughts spiral, growing louder with every minute. This is overthinking, when your brain magnifies tiny worries into huge fears. Even the smallest concern feels overwhelming in the darkness. It's isolating, but universal. Everyone is affected in one way or the other, even if they don't talk about them. What is the first step to breaking free? Recognize this pattern for what it is, a habit, not helpful planning or OCD. Awareness is the beginning of change. Your peace starts with awareness. Each small step brings you closer to quieting your mind. What is overthinking? It's when your mind won't quiet down and you find yourself stuck in endless loops of worry and doubt. Overthinking isn't just thinking a lot, it's analyzing and second-guessing so much that you just can't move forward. Even simple tasks like sending an email become obstacles. You can't decide, you hesitate, you think for you and think for them. It can be just exhausting. The difference between thinking and overthinking is action. One leads to progress, the other to paralysis. Recognizing this is the first step to breaking free and reclaiming your peace of mind. So, why do we actually overthink? It's not weakness, it's your brain trying to protect you. Fear of failure and perfectionism drive us to mentally rehearse every outcome, hoping to avoid mistakes. We crave control, but life is unpredictable, and perfection is impossible. This cycle erodes confidence, leading to analysis paralysis. So many options, but you end up doing nothing. Research shows overthinking is common, especially among young adults, and it fuels anxiety and stress. Chronic overthinking holds you back, making you doubt yourself and miss vital opportunities. Breaking the loop takes conscious effort, but it's possible. Now, deep thinking is not a bad thing per se. Critical thinking helps us solve problems and make smart choices. But when thoughtful analysis turns into repetitive, negative rumination, it becomes harmful. Instead of finding solutions, you dwell on mistakes or worry about things you can't control. This erodes confidence and leads to inaction. You're so afraid of failing, you don't even try. It is a given that it will surely disrupt your sleep, making you more anxious and likely to overthink the next day. It's a vicious cycle. The key is recognizing when your thinking stops being helpful and starts being harmful. Draw the line between productive analysis and destructive rumination. Say enough. That's how you protect your mental peace. Awareness is your first defense. And we all know this genius. Even he was not immune. His deep thinking led to breakthroughs for mankind, at the cost of personal anxiety. Modern science backs this up. Studies show chronic rumination increases your risk of depression by 30%. Overthinking repeatedly triggers your brain's stress response, flooding you with cortisol. Over time, this rewires your brain, making you more anxious and less able to regulate emotions. The more you overthink, the easier it becomes to fall into that pattern. But this isn't a personal flaw, it's your brain's protective system in overdrive. Understanding the science helps you see overthinking as a habit you can change. You can build new mental pathways to peace. Okay, don't you think it's about time to confront this needless anxiety? Here are 4 ways to reclaim your peace and restore calm. First, set a worry timer. Give yourself 10 minutes to worry. Use the KISS method. Keep things simple. Reduce time spent overanalyzing. Second, keep a worry journal. Articulating your thoughts can help you spot patterns and let go of what you can't control. Third, try grounding exercises like the 5-4-3-2-1 method to bring yourself back to the present moment. Take a deep breath. Finally, talk to a trusted friend. Sharing your worries reminds you you're not alone in this, and yes, you're not. With practice, you can guide your mind toward peace, one small step at a time. This is Verus Mundial. Everyday truths that matter.